It's starting to feel like every other day someone famous is getting exposed. We were just talking about Little Dirk getting arrested and the CEO of Abercrombie getting indicted for trafficking. Now, another famous name is under the microscope. This time, it's the biggest name in YouTube history, MrBeast, who is being accused of some serious allegations that could not only ruin his career forever, but even land him in prison. Allegations that make MrBeast's child-friendly channel come under serious questions. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos every other day exposing the truth. In today's episode, we will be talking about MrBeast being reported to the feds due to his leaked Telegram chats. But before we begin, I just wanted to let my patrons know that I just released a new Patreon exclusive about one of the top Hollywood directors, Woody Allen. The video is about how Woody Allen got away with marrying his own daughter. If you're a Patreon member and haven't seen it yet, make sure you go check it out after this one. You can find the link in the description or in the comment section. Thank you all. Now, let's get right into it. Over the last couple of years, MrBeast has established himself as a generous YouTuber who makes family-friendly content. If you ever watched a MrBeast video before, then you should know that his content is mainly targeted towards children. Most of his videos are silly game shows or challenges that only an audience of 12 and under would really be interested in. This obviously led to MrBeast over the years developing a fan base mostly focused on children, something that he has managed to completely capitalize on, creating tons of product that he can sell directly to his child audience. MrBeast used all these child fans to get his channel to #1. In fact, a channel could only really be at the level of MrBeast's channel if the kids are the ones watching. If you want to be at the top on YouTube, you have to have a kid-friendly reputation like MrBeast has successfully created for himself. Or, should I say had successfully created for himself, as since he was exposed a couple months back, his reputation has come under fire after what his former employee who goes by Dogpack404 said on YouTube about Jimmy. He raised some serious questions about MrBeast's brand. Dogpack called out Jimmy for staging his videos, supporting CP artist Shadman, conducting illegal child lotteries, and rigging them. He also accused him of knowing about his close friend Chris Tyson's inappropriate behavior with young fans. See, Dogpack came out exposing Jimmy right after his close friend Chris Tyson was exposed for grooming teens in his Discord server. He was caught sharing adult videos with teens whom he had recruited to be his mods, teens who were fans of the MrBeast channel. When these allegations came out, MrBeast quickly took steps to distance himself from his best friend Chris Tyson in order to save his company. MrBeast made a statement telling his fans that he had no knowledge of his friend's inappropriate behavior, claiming that he was going to do an investigation into the matter to see if any of it was true. The only thing is, Dogpack404 and others exposed that MrBeast was an active member on that server where Chris Tyson was grooming these young fans. MrBeast was caught on the server making an inappropriate joke with Chris Tyson, which basically proved Jimmy knew all about this grooming beforehand and did nothing, which is rather disturbing for a man who makes child content. After these allegations, many other allegations began to emerge from left and right. He was accused of covering up an SA situation that happened in his workplace, also being accused of knowingly hiring a man who had SA and minor in the past. He was also accused of putting his show's contestants in an unsafe working condition in order to get clicks and views. Eventually, he was even sued for his Amazon MrBeast game show that he was working on. Things just weren't getting any better for MrBeast, and just a few days ago, things only got worse. Recently, MrBeast is getting exposed once again, and this time, things aren't looking so good for him in the slightest. What he is currently being called out for contradicts everything he said in the past about not knowing about Chris Tyson's inappropriate behavior. Several blogs are reporting that Jimmy has been reported to the FBI due to his leaked Telegram chat logs. The leaked chat logs shows conversations between Jimmy, Chris Tyson, and other MrBeast employees. The chat logs only seem to further confirm the allegations of Chris Tyson's extremely inappropriate behavior towards young people and MrBeast knowing all about it. In the chat logs, Chris Tyson repeatedly posted inappropriate memes and photos. At one point, Chris even posted a photo of a very young teenager in an inappropriate outfit that exposed their chest area. On top of this, the leaked chat logs showed Chris Tyson joking about being a PDF file. While this was pretty much known about Chris Tyson already, it wasn't all that was discovered in the chat logs. What was also found in the chat logs was MrBeast's involvement in all of this. On the Telegram chat logs, according to several MrBeast employees, Jimmy changed his username to John Smith at some point after making the Telegram. John Smith, who's actually Jimmy, allegedly interacted multiple times with the Telegram group while Chris Tyson was behaving inappropriately, posting about his disturbing fantasies. On the chat log, Jimmy and Chris were also caught telling their mods to scrub the Telegram clean in order to erase any proof of their inappropriate behavior. It appears that MrBeast had the opportunity long ago to stop Chris Tyson's behavior but didn't. The fact that he didn't and instead covered it all up proves what kind of man he truly is. This was all brought to the forefront by a YouTuber named Roseanne, who posted a video of the alleged chat logs on Twitter. She posted this statement with the video. Working to sort through the MrBeast company chat logs, here is part 1 with a few redactions. These are from a Telegram channel that MrBeast, John Smith, and these chats used to communicate with Chris Tyson and other employees. Trigger warning, as they discuss many inappropriate topics, especially for a company that targets children. This YouTuber also claims that she went ahead and made a report with the feds so they can look into these chat logs and see if an investigation into Jimmy and Chris is necessary. Honestly, from what is in these chats, I do think an investigation is needed, but considering how much money Jimmy has and who he's working for, I wouldn't be surprised if this turns into nothing. Honestly, with all the things that have come out about MrBeast this year, I'm surprised he's still getting hundreds of millions of views on his videos. What makes this so bad is that most of those watching his videos are kids. Kids that we now know people working for MrBeast are possibly taking advantage of. MrBeast shouldn't have any of these kinds of allegations when he's running a channel dedicated to making child content. His whole brand and marketing are aimed towards children. His Feastable chocolate bars are clearly marketed towards children who watch his channel. A chocolate bar that he's trying to sell as a healthy snack to children, when in reality there's nothing healthy about them. And it's the same with his new product Lunchly he launched with Logan Paul and KSI. Just like with his chocolate bars, his new Lunchable ripoffs is obviously targeted towards children, as Lunchable, the product it is trying to imitate, is marketed towards children. Logan Paul routinely takes advantage of child fans just like MrBeast, so it's not surprising they teamed up, and this product is being labeled a disaster. While Jimmy, Logan, and KSI try to market their fake Lunchables as healthy, people have been online reporting issues with their additive full meal. Many people online have been claiming that they received their Lunchly with molded cheese. Things only got worse for the group after a certified doctor confirmed that these Lunchly meals aren't at all healthy. So not only is MrBeast allegedly protecting PDF files and running illegal child lotteries, but he's also selling poison as food to kids. Lunchly is just a bunch of heavily processed garbage that I wouldn't recommend to be fed to any child. Is MrBeast really the good guy he claims to be, or is it all an act to make money? While MrBeast might give a few people some money, which is all for his content, he proves time and time again that he doesn't really care about his child fans. If he runs illegal child lotteries and sells kids diabetes and cancer as food, how is he that good of a person? So many companies who use child labor donate money to charity every year. Does that erase the fact that they use child labor? Does giving money to charity make them good people? In my opinion, no, not at all. These are all just wolves in sheep's clothing preying on the innocent. MrBeast has built himself an empire preying on his child fans. Fans that we now know aren't safe while interacting with the MrBeast cast. Who knows what else this man is hiding? What else is going on behind the scenes in his company that is being covered up? One thing that I will say is that he does have these soulless eyes that make him look so untrustworthy. And everything that he has been doing lately just further proves that there's something up with MrBeast. I believe that with what has been exposed about MrBeast, that children should be kept away from him and his platform. He's obviously not the man he presented himself to be. Your children aren't safe while watching MrBeast. Chris Tyson allegedly groomed fans of MrBeast,
Tyson from MrBeast used me and manipulated me and did very inappropriate things with me while I was about 15 years old. I was actually friends with Lava GS at the time, who is the main victim of Chris that everyone has been talking about these last few days, who claims he isn't a victim, but we all know he is, and we all know he probably got paid off. Not only that, but he's also under an NDA from when he worked for MrBeast Gaming for 2 years, and he tried to get me to join MrBeast Gaming himself, Lava. He's the one who actually sent me the contract and tried to get me to sign the NDA, at which point I ended our friendship because I knew they were just trying to silence me. Me and him were both initially involved in running Chris's Discord server, helping him set up his Twitch streams and moderating them, technical back-end things that he needed help with. This Discord server that we were a part of had about 10 people in it, most of whom were minors. I'm not sure how they got in there, other than me and Lava. He won a giveaway and Chris invited him after that, and Chris invited me after I saw one of his tweets asking for help setting up a Garry's Mod server for the 10 million subscriber MrBeast video. This turned into us having lots of private conversations with Chris and playing video games with him for hours on end. Not only did we do a lot of unpaid work for him that he promised he would pay us for, he would also frequently bring up topics that was definitely not appropriate to bring up around 15, 16-year-olds, especially with him being like, I don't know, 20, 21 years old. He would even go as far as linking me several different videos throughout the time of me talking with him. Not only that, but he had an NSFW bot in his Discord server before he made it public. So when it was just a private server, his little circle of minors, and he would use this NSFW bot to spam different images alongside all these 15-year-olds. He would also frequently call me dad and daddy, as well as the others, which I guess we all kind of just took as a joke at the time. You have to think this is someone who we looked up to at the time, we idolized, we thought was the coolest person in the world, so they couldn't really do any wrong in our eyes. But looking back, I was definitely uncomfortable at being called daddy by a 20-year-old, and even just thinking about it now, it's just uncomfortable. This server later went public and became his official Discord server, but before it did, he had me and Lava spend multiple days scrubbing this Discord server clean of all of the N-words he had sent in it, as well as his friends, as well as deleting the NSFW channels and making sure no one could see that he was spamming. This story is so much bigger and runs so much deeper than any of you really—
Who knows if there's others like him at his company doing the same. The fact that Jimmy knowingly hired a convicted S-offender tells you that he's not concerned about his child audience safety.
Outside of Chris Tyson, did you really hear about any misconduct of the company?
I've heard rumors. I can't confirm or deny anything. I don't have any tangible evidence, but I've heard stuff that if it could be investigated, that'd be great. But it's like water cooler talk. But I've heard things, yes, of course. I heard, people have been let go for assaulting some very young people. The idea that Jimmy didn't know, or that Jimmy was covering stuff up. He didn't want stuff to come out. He's very careful about his image. The tangible proof that he knew but covered it up. How do you prove that, Well, there was a known offender, registered offender, convicted sex offender, on the registry and everything, who worked there. From what I hear, I can't confirm or deny, from what I hear, he's on the registry for doing some not great stuff to some underage people. And they knew that. And he's working at a channel that has underage people on and around and is targeted to underage people. And they covered up the fact that not only did he work there, but he was like the manager when it all started. And that he knew, and because he'll be in videos, he'll be in thumbnails, he'll be around. And whenever he is, he's wearing a mask. Why'd you wear a mask? Why would you conceal your face? It's like, what are you concealing? That you were a registered sex offender? And that your face could be looked up on a thing? How much more can you literally cover up offender with a physical mask? Like, do I have to, is it more on the nose? Or I don't know why they let him go, because there's rumors back and forth. So I don't know why they let him go, but he did leave at one point. Even if that guy didn't do anything, they still knew about it and he was still around. And what if he's one of the people in the Discord servers? What if he's not? I don't know. But when I was there, they called him Delaware. Why do you call him Delaware? I didn't know. Apparently they called him Delaware because he's not allowed to go back to Delaware.
Like I already said, I don't think anything is going to happen to MrBeast. There are so many powerful people heavily invested into MrBeast that I believe won't allow him to go down for anything. But who knows? Maybe the world will surprise me once again, as we have been seeing so many people get exposed this year. Well, I'm gonna end this one here. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.